Hi Libra, welcome to Ashestolovetarot and welcome to your monthly tarot reading for August 2025. So Libra, we're going to be looking at everything that's you for the month of August. We're going to look at your overall energy, just overall how you're going to be feeling, and your love life, money, health. And of course, when I say health, I don't just mean physical. Um, excuse me. I don't just mean physical health, Libra. I also mean your mental health, your emotional health. And we're also going to look at your spirit because your soul. What's going on with you, what is your soul needing, what is your spirit, that's very important. And then we're also going to look at what's the most important thing that you need to know for the month of August. So and then of course advice. We cannot have you leave the channel without getting some advice for the month ahead, right? And Libra, also please do keep in mind that this is a general reading. So if it does not resonate with you, it's okay. It just means that I'm not tapped into your energy this time, and that is okay. So don't try to make it fit, okay? So let's get started with your reading, Libra. So I got you some oracle cards, and then I'm going to clarify your oracle cards with 3 tarot cards, okay? So overall this month, you are going to be feeling very calm, very patient, very at peace, okay? So I was hearing self-soothing. You're gonna be feeling very soft, okay? Very relaxed in August, Libra. So let's pull you some tarot to see what's going on with this energy. So you have been feeling like you can't give up and you gotta be strong, and like you've been through some stuff, okay, Libra? And you've kind of felt like like screw love and screw caring. Yeah, like you just kind of disassociated yourself with a lot of people, places, situations, things like mental conflict and actual conflict with people, and feeling like you had to compete or earn anybody's attention, affection, love, and any of that stuff. Like you just got over it, Libra. Like you just got over it. With this judgment, you decided you wanted peace. You decided enough is enough. You want peace. So look at you, Libra, just chilling, just being patient, just waiting for whatever will be, will be. What's yours will not pass you. What's to come will come. Like you are just chilling, Libra. It's making me feel like, I want to say, like you're finding your balance, okay? So when it comes to love, like it's like you're not even worried about love with another person. You are too busy loving on yourself, okay? You're loving being in your own body, in your own skin. You literally don't need anybody's validation. You don't need anybody's attention. You are just loving yourself in August. This month is, like I said, like you found your peace, your happiness, your self-worth, your self-love. It's like you remembered who you are. So when it comes to love, you're moving forward. You're not against love. You're not keeping to yourself, you're more than open to, settling down, becoming, somebody's other half. But it's not a priority. You're fine either way. You're patient. You're patient. You're not in any hurry, whether love comes quickly, whether it comes tomorrow or next year. You're fine. You're chilling. And, look at these two cards. This Queen of Pentacles looks very similar to this woman holding this cat, in patience. Just knowing that you have everything that you need within. You're loving, you're nurturing, you're self-sufficient. You are beautiful inside and out, whether you're male or female. This is an energy, and so yeah, you're loving on yourself, Libra. So when it comes to your money, you're feeling very optimistic. You've been looking at ways to make more money, whether that is getting a raise, getting a promotion. If you are, self-employed, an entrepreneur, basically you've been learning and you've been loving what you've been learning to get you ahead. You're feeling very good when it comes to money. Money is looking good. You're definitely not worried or stressing that. So let's get you. So you have Knight of Swords in reverse with the Star in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. So Libra, when it comes to money, you had been feeling really stressed out, and you might have taken a lot of risk and made some decisions and just done a lot of things that maybe did not work for you. You made some choices that maybe just weren't the best choices, and now you're optimistic. Now even if you're not sure exactly how yet, you're just feeling very good and optimistic because, like I said, it's something that you're studying, something that you're learning. You're figuring out how to make progress, and this progress is it's making you feel good. Yeah. You're, like I said, you're very patient this month. You are patiently figuring out what you need to do to make your money situation what you want it to be, where you want it to be. So when it comes to your health, you have this card, Surrender. And like I said, we are talking about your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health. So so Libra, you have surrendered giving it up to the universe, to God, whatever you believe in. You, like I said, you just made peace, man. Like you made peace with yourself, with your situation, with not stressing the things that you can't do anything about, and doing what you need to do about the stuff that you can control. So your mental, your emotional, your physical, like it's all good because you're at peace. You've learned patience. Libra, you've learned patience. So when it comes to your work, you have this power, okay? So you are feeling super confident, supercharged. You are ready to do whatever you got to do. Like I said, if you got to figure out how to get a promotion, a raise, if you're an entrepreneur, self-employed, whatever is going on, you are feeling empowered. You are feeling like, even if you don't have to do things by the book, even if you have to be more aggressive in your approach, well, that's fine. When it comes to your work, you are on top of that mountain. You are making moves. You are empowering yourself to get done what you have to get done. And then for your for your spirit, you have authenticity. So you are feeling, like I said, you are feeling so at home in your own skin, in your own body, you're happy with yourself now. You're confident with yourself now. Like you're being your authentic self unapologetically. So your spirit, your soul is, I mean, it's beautiful. You are, like I said, you're at peace. You're just accepting. You're at peace. And then the most important thing you need to know right now is about your happiness. So the light and the dark, right? Embracing the light and the dark in order to move forward, right? And that's what you've done to get some real change, to make a real difference. And I mean, literally to transform into this confident being that sees your own self-worth, that don't need anyone's approval other than your own. Like I feel like spirit is saying good job. That's the most important thing you need to know. Spirit wants you to know good job, good work. Let's get 3 cards. You have the Lovers in reverse with the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Cups with the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you've freed yourself, Libra. Whatever toxic thoughts, behaviors, persons you were around, you turn to your own intuition and your own self-love and reflected on what makes you happy, and you freed yourself from whatever mental anguish or stress you had going on. And once you freed yourself, like, you just became so peaceful and loving towards yourself. So what is your advice for August? What does Spirit want you to know for August, Libra? 2 cards came out, and you have fill the well and stick with it. So Libra, Spirit wants you to know, you have, with this fill the well, this is you putting back into yourself. Okay? Whenever you start to feel, because you know, right now you're feeling patient, you're feeling peaceful, you're feeling you're feeling light. And of course, this is life. Things happen. You know, sometimes you might start to feel like, ugh, you know, again. And when you do, just continue to pour back into yourself. You know, all what you were doing to get to this point, just take a deep breath. Remember what those things were. Go back and do them, because stick with it. You know, it's been a long journey. Okay, and it's a journey that's going to be continued, so stick with it. Continue to fill that well of self-love, self-soothing, self-confidence, self-elevation. Okay, stick with it. Libra, you are doing amazing. So that's what I have for you. So Libra, if this resonated with you, please show some love. I can't talk tonight. Please show some love by liking, sharing, subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.